Uh, we'll continuation with our last class. We'll move on to the next topic. So in the last class we discussed about projection of points. Different quadrants. And also we discussed one simple problem based on the projection of points. So next topic is projection of straight line, or we can call it as a projection of lines. So first we'll define what is line. So point is a dimensionless object, but line, it is having a one-dimensional object. Line, we can call it as a one-dimensional object, means it is having only a length. There is no width, there is no thickness. It is having only in a one direction length. A straight line or simple a line is a shortest distance between any two points. It is the shortest distance between any two points. We can call it as a line. See, this is a one point, and so this is a one point, and this is another point. Okay, so one point and another point. So this is what the shortest distance between these two, it is called a straight line. Of course, we can draw a curved line like this, okay, or else we can draw curved line like this. But these two are not a line. These two are not a straight line. Only this is what the straight line. Straight line means it is a shortest. It is a shortest distance between a two points. A two endpoints. It is called a point. We can call it as a point A, and we can call it as a point B. Okay. So between point A and point B, there is a shortest distance. That is, we can call it as a straight line. Okay, and the line is a represents a locus of point, means a line is a locus. A locus means a horizontal line, we can call it as a locus line. Okay, so here point A, point A is there. If you draw a locus for that point A, then it is become a line, a straight line with a fixed, that point, that locus line should be, and point should be fixed path. Then we can call it as a line. A line is also a represents a locus of point. It's a locus of point A, point B, point C, we can call it as. And this line consists of a number of points. And in this line, it consists of number of points like A, B, C, D, E, F, like this. And it's a projection or drawn by joining the projection of any two points. A projection of any two points, if you join, and it will become a straight line. In simple word, straight line is an shortest distance, and it is a locus of a particular point. And come to the line. Line is a one-dimensional. I told it is having only a length. It's having a length, 100 mm, 20 mm, 30 mm, like this. It's having only a length. There is no thickness. There is no width. So in case whatever the possible cases, here we are going to solve problems on only a first quadrant. We are not using second, third, or fourth quadrant. Only we are using first quadrant. And first quadrant, XY line is there. Above the XY line VP, below the XY line HP, and in VP front view, and in HP top view. This is fixed. Okay. So in this fixed first quadrant, some possible cases are there. Some simple possible cases for this line means the position of line. We can place the line in a different positions. Okay, first position, we can place line like a vertical line. So it is vertical for one plane and parallel for another plane. We don't know. Okay, if you place vertical for one, obviously it is parallel for another one. It's a one case. Second case, the line may be parallel to both. Means the line is placed in such a way that that line should be parallel to HP, line parallel to VP. It is another case. It is another possibilities. And another next third case is it is inclined to HP parallel to VP. Means it is inclined to one plane, HP, and parallel to VP. Similarly, inclined to VP parallel to HP. So this is another cases. Means the line we can place like a incline to HP, then it is parallel to VP. If it is inclined to HP, parallel to VP, like this. It is inclined to one plane, parallel to another plane. And the last case, inclined to both. It is inclined to HP, inclined to VP, inclined to both the planes. So these are the some possible cases in a straight line we can follow. Yes, the first case I told a line is perpendicular to HP, means it is perpendicular to one plane, parallel to another plane. Yes. This AB is a line which is perpendicular to HP. HP is orange color, green color is a vertical plane. So it is for vertical plane it is parallel, but for horizontal plane it is perpendicular. See, so here if you see from the front, as it is we can see the true length of the line, because it is perpendicular we can see true length in the front view. But if you see from the top, that line will visible like a dot, a point, just like a point. So point A visible, but in bracket write down point B. So A bracket point B. But here if you see from the front, A dash visible, B dash visible. The line true length is visible. This is the one case. And similarly, second case I told it is parallel to both. The line is parallel to both. Horizontal is a vertical plane, orange is a horizontal plane. Okay. So the line is placed in such a way that in such a position that it is parallel to or green color as well or orange color, means parallel to vertical plane, parallel to horizontal plane. So in the both the plane we can able to see a true length. A dash B dash is a true length. A B is a true length. AB is a top view. We can see the line, and A dash B dash is a front view. We can see the line. So point A in line with point A dash, point B always in line with B dash. Okay, point A in line with A dash, B in line with B dash. So this is the second condition. So that is what the representation in orthographic front view, top view. Okay, so in the one point it is dot, top view, and in the VP front view it is a line. And in second position both the lines are visible. A dash B dash is a front view, A B is a top view. Here you can see. Third condition I told it is inclined to one and parallel to another. Yes. This is a AB is a line which is inclined to one plane, inclined to HP, but it is parallel to VP. The line is parallel to VP but inclined to HP at an angle of theta. Okay, 10 degree, 20 degree, 30 degree. So if it is like that, in the front view we can able to see its true length, whatever the true length is line. Okay, but in the top view, because of inclination we are not able to see the true length. We can able to see only a apparent length. In the line we are going to two length, one is true length and apparent length. True length means it is an original length of the line. Apparent length means because of the inclination the line will look like a its apparent length, means the apparent length always less than the true length. If apparent length true length equal means it's a original length of the line, means the means it is parallel. If it is parallel it will appear true length. If it is inclined it will appear apparent length. Okay, and this is what the representation in the orthographic. So inclination, if given the inclination in HP it will appear in the VP inclination appears in the HP. Means VP inclination given it is appears in the top view, HP inclination given appears in the front view. And that is what third and fourth conditions are both are same, means inclined to one and parallel to another. Here inclined to VP parallel to HP, fourth. Yes, A dash in line with A, B dash in line with B. You just observe. Yes. Yes, of course, another one possible condition is there. If it is inclined to profile plane, profile means side plane. If it is inclined to profile plane, then it is perpendicular to both HP and VP. Means if it is perpendicular to both HP and VP, then it should be inclined to profile plane. See, in the side view only we can able to see the true length, but in the top and front view it is apparent lengths. You know how to draw the side view? To draw the side view, you have to draw one x dash y dash line, okay? And in HP or below the xy line, you have to draw for that x dash y dash line, you have to draw 145-degree line. And after the drawing the 45-degree line, okay? So here you have to draw 145-degree line. So this should be 45. Okay. Then after this 45-degree line, you project this top view. Always project top view up to 45-degree line, and you will get another 2 points. Then those 2 points again project upward direction. Okay, means to the front view direction. You have to project for the front view direction. Then draw locus of that front view, and intersection of this projected and this locus, that will gives the side view A double dash and B double dash. This is the procedure for side view. First draw top and front view, then draw 45-degree line in the always top view, means in a HP, and then draw the top view or project top view up to the 45-degree line. Then the projected top view again projected for towards the front view, and draw the locus of front view, and this locus of front view and projected of this top view have the intersection point. A intersect with A dash, B intersect with B dash. Then this A dash and B dash intersection will name it as an A double dash and B double dash as a side view. Okay. Yes, I told A double dash, B double dash. This is called as a side view. Results top and front view both vertical, hence it's arise in the single projector. Yes. And here it is a side view shows in the true length. Always side view in this particular of problem, the line is parallel to side view, so it will shows the true length in the side view. Let's take a simple problem. So for your syllabus, okay, we are going to solve problems on only last condition, that is inclined to both, inclined to HP, inclined to VP. We are not solving the problems on parallel to one, perpendicular to another, or inclined to one and parallel to another. So those are the very simple problems. We are not going to solve those simple problems. In examinations, you are getting problems on inclined to both, inclined to HP as well as inclined to VP. Okay. Let's take a simple problem. A problem, a line AB 75 mm long, means its true length is 75 mm, and A in VP, and A is in VP, means they given the position of A point in VP, and end B is 15 mm above HP and 50 mm in front of VP. They given P point. Draw the projection of the point of a line, projection of a line when sum of its inclination with HP and VP is 90-degree, means it is lying in the profile plane. Find the true length, true angle with the reference plane. and its traces. Okay. So first you have to draw XY line, and it is the first quadrant. So as usual, above a VP, below HP. Okay. Uh, and the point A is in the given, the point is in VP. The point, the one of the point A means the end of the line. That a line is having an A and B is a line, and its end A. The point is in VP. Okay, so that A is in XY line, or VP means XY line. Next, locate front view. We have to locate the front view of B, because they given the another end B is 15 mm above HP, 15 mm above HP, and 50 mm in front of VP, 50 mm 50 in front of VP. So we have to locate the another point. So another point is of course it is in the 50 mm 50 mm in front of VP, means it is appears in the HP. You have to write it below the XY line 50 mm. Next 15 mm 15, it is above the XY line. Okay, B dash, that you have to write. So in the top view it is like a vertical line. So here they given profile. Profile means side view they given. So its inclination is combined with HP and VP is 90 degree. Means it shows that it is an side view. They given side view profile plane. After that, yes, we got the A and B line, and we have to place -45 degree. You have to write 45 degree in the top view. Then project the that whatever the view we are getting in the top view for 45 degree. Then B dash, we already got the point. Then from B and B dash we got the point B double dash. Similarly, from the B double dash you have to cut 75 mm to the X dash Y dash, that is the A double dash. Once we got A double dash and B double dash, there is a side view. Okay, it represents. Then you have to place A dash. So A dash B dash is a front view, apparent length. AB is a top view, it is also a apparent length. AB top view is not a true length. A dash B dash is a apparent length, it is also not true length. Okay, like this you have to find out the true length. And after the side view you have to find out the inclination with HP and inclination with VP. That is, the combination of these two will give the 90 degree. Yes, theta and phi you have to find out. It's a simple problem. Okay. Yes, the actual problems what you are getting in the examination is fifth case. That is what, inclined to both. Yes, the line is inclined to VP as well as inclined to HP. See, that line AB is inclined to VP and inclined to HP. It is of alpha for top view, beta for front view. So, okay, so top view it is alpha, sorry, top view it is a beta in HP, and in the front view in the vertical plane it is alpha. And always A dash B dash should be in line. A and A dash is in line, B and B dash is in line, and whatever the apparent length A dash B dash and AB should always, it should be in line. It is called end projectors. Whatever the distance from the A dash A to B dash B, that is called end projector distance. See, this is a orthographic projection. Okay, see, top view, front view, both in the inclination beta and alpha. Alpha respect to the front view, that is HP, VP, and beta represents the top view, that is what, HP. Yes, this is a end projector. I told A dash A to the B dash B, the line which is called as a end projector. These should be in line. And here, how to find out this? This A B is a apparent length. A dash B dash is also a apparent length. It is not a true length. It is apparent length. And from the true length, you have to find out the apparent length. From the apparent length, you can find out the true length. Okay, there is a procedure is there. Okay, uh, if you have a apparent length, then apparent length should project to the project and cut the arc. If the true length is there, see, I will explain. See, the same thing, VP, HP. So here AB is there, that is the apparent length. From the apparent length, I want to find out the true length. So from the apparent length, there is a step is there. Apparent length, next is arc. You have to cut the arc up to the next point locus. Up to the next point locus, you have to cut the arc, and from that fixed point to next, you have to project that arc up to that rotating point. So in the line, there are 2 points. One is fixed point and other one is rotating point. So in the line, one point we are going to fixed. That point, that end is called fixed end. Okay, always A is the better, not always better. We go with A is a fixed point and B is a rotating point. So one end is fixed and other end is rotating one. Then only we can able to inclined. Correct? If the line is inclined means one end is fixed with respect to the VP or HP and other end is rotating one. Here also same thing. Here the point A is a fixed end. Generally we take point A is a fixed end, point B is a rotating end. So after drawing all the apparent length, you have to draw locus of A, locus of B, locus of A dash, locus of B dash. So you have to draw 4 locus lines. Locus of B dash, locus of A dash, locus of A, locus of B. With respect to the front and top view, you have to draw locus. Locus means it's a horizontal line. After that, the apparent length, whatever AB is there or A dash B dash is there. Okay, take A is a fixed and B dash is a rotating one. From the compass, cut the arc. A is a fixed and B is rotating. From that arc length, you have to draw the arc up to the A dash locus. Up to the A dash locus. Okay. Or if we take A, B, so A locus and B locus, take AB as an arc length and from A is a fixed and B is a rotating. So draw arc from B2 up to A locus. Okay. Then we got a B2 point and from the B2 point project vertical up to locus of B dash. Then there is an intersection point. That intersection point is B1 dash and that B1 dash join A dash. That represents the true length. That A dash B1 dash represents the true length. That is theta. Okay. And similarly, if you want true length in the top view, same you can take. Okay, you can take A dash B dash locus, then cut the arc, then from A locus up to B locus. Okay, and join that B2 and A will give the true length in the top view. So true length in the top view and front view both are true length should be same. If it is 80, 80 in the top or 80 in the horizontal plane or 80 in the vertical plane, true length. But apparent length may changes. Apparent length in the front view is different. Apparent length in the top view is different. It is a from apparent length to true length. If you have true length, then you have to reverse this procedure. Apparent length, arc and projection. But in the true length, first true length, then project, then arc. See, true length, then you draw all the locus line, then take projection. So projection up to next point, then cut the arc. You will get the apparent length. That A dash B dash is the apparent length. See, like this we are going to get the from true length to apparent length and apparent length to true length. Okay, so here these are the locus A dash, locus B dash, locus A, locus B. Then here A dash and B is the apparent length, A and B is the apparent length. So AB, from the AB, if you want true length, so point A is fixed, so this point is fixed, then take B compass and draw the arc up to locus A. Then from locus A, you have to draw the vertical line or projection up to next B dash, rotating point. Okay, then we'll get a one point, and if you join that, that will become a true length. And here these are the true length. A dash, A and B1 is a true length. From this, you are going to get the apparent length. Okay, so true length in the apparent length. Here, true length, then project, then cut the arc. We'll get the apparent
Sir,
length.
we can't hear, sir.
Yeah, please. Yes, this is how we are going to find the true length to apparent length to true length. Okay, so this is a final problem, one example. So in this problem, the apparent length and true length. So true length is always in this problem. Okay, so in this problem, this A dash B1 dash is a true length, A and B1 is a true length, and the angle for true length is theta in the VP, and in the HP it is phi, and alpha in the vertical plane, and in the beta it is an true inclinations. Okay, true inclinations, and this A dash, B dash and AB is the apparent length or front view and top view. Clear? So in the examination they may give some data like they give the true length and true inclination. You are going to find out the apparent length and apparent inclinations, or else they may give true length with a one inclination. You have to find out the apparent length with other inclinations. Like this you may get a different variations in the problem. And here one more thing, this A dash and A, it is an line or fixed end. Okay, and these should be in line, and B dash and B, it is also should be in line. So this distance is called end projector. See here, this distance is called as end projector. In some problems they may give end projector distance. By using end projector distance, you have to find out the true length. So end projector means it is an it includes front view as well as top view. It won't includes true length. Okay, it only includes a apparent length means front view and top view. And here note this, theta and alpha construct with A dash, and phi and beta construct with A. Okay, and B dash and B1 dash is on same locus, that you have to observe. B dash and B1 dash is same line, B and B1 is in the same locus. And also remember, the true length is never rotated. True length is never rotated. The horizontal component is drawn and it's further rotated to the locate the view. And views are always rotated, means whatever the views, top view and front view, that we have to rotate then project. True length, project then rotate. So these are the hints you have to remember. Okay, so with this we are going to solve one simple problem on inclined to both the planes, means HP and VP. So the problem is like this: a line AB is a 75 mm. Its a true length is 75 mm, and it is 30 mm, 30 degree and 40 degree inclined to HP and VP. They given inclination. The true length inclination is 30 degree and 40 degree with HP and VP respectively. And they given end A is 12 mm above HP and 10 mm in front. And draw its projection and line and always the line is in first quadrant. We are solving problems in line in first quadrant. Clear? So for this, I told some of the steps we have to follow. Before going to draw, I will discuss some of the points to be remember. First, what we have to do is we have to draw a XY line. First, always we have to draw the XY line and indicate VP above the XY line and below the XY line HP. Clear? And the line means it is having an two ends. Line means it is having an two ends. This we can call it as a and this is we can call it as a B. Okay, so A and B, the line. And this is a is a fixed end and B is rotating one. Generally, we consider A is a fixed and B is a rotating one. So one A, always point A, it is near to the XY line, and point B, it is near to the observer. Generally, okay, because A is fixed one, B is rotating one, so A point is always near to the XY line. And they given data like point A 12 mm above the XY line. Above the XY line means 10 mm means 10 mm in front of VP means it is in front of VP, 12 mm above the HP. So 12 mm above the HP means above the XY line. 10 mm in front means 10 mm it is below the XY line. Either we can take it as a below the XY line, above the XY line, or else 12 mm above the HP means it is in the VP and 10 mm in front of VP means it is in the HP. So if you consider any method, both are same. Then first you locate that point A. That point A is 12 mm above the XY line and A dash, and A is small a is 10 mm below the XY line, and both should be in line. And from A dash and A, you have to draw an line, inclination line of 30 degree. So 30 degree HP, it is appears in the VP, and 40 degree VP, it is appears in the HP. Clear? So take 30 degree from A dash, okay, and 40 degree from A. Draw the inclined line, and that inclined line length is 75 mm. Mark 75 mm in both the above the XY line and below the XY line. Mark 75 mm. Clear? So this is what the data is given. Only this much. By using this much of data, you have to draw the, or you have to find out the another apparent length, that is what front view and top view, and you have to find out the alpha and beta. So here true length is given, so that if the true length given, they never rotate, they only project. So true length, project, and arc, you will get the apparent length. So take join both the points A and A dash with that is what inline. Then draw the horizontal line, means you have to draw all the horizontal. A dash horizontal line, that is what locus of A dash, locus of B, locus of B dash, locus of A. You have to draw 4 locus lines. Clear? And draw the given whatever the data, according to that you have to draw it. Next, draw horizontal component of true length, that is what A B1 from the point B1, and name it 1. Okay, then extend up to the locus of A dash, up to the locus of A dash means fixed point. From the fixed point, take that as an arc distance and cut the arc up to the rotating point, that is B. Okay, then you will get an 1 point, and that point name it as B dash, and if you join A dash and B dash, it is become an apparent length, or it is become a front view. Similarly, you have to follow for the top view. Yes, I told. So draw XY line. Then A dash 12 mm above and 10 mm below, it is A. These should be in line, A dash and B. Then draw locus. Then point A dash, draw 30 degree, and point A, you have to draw 40 degree. That is what theta and phi. Theta is 30, phi is 40. And true length distance is 75 because they given in the problem 75. I name it as A dash, B1 dash, and A, B1. And draw the locus. So this is what the data is given. In the problem, only this much data is given. By using these data, you have to draw rest of the positions or rest of the views. That is what true length and apparent length. Next is either you can take any one, either you can take top view or front view. Okay, choice is yours. So I'm going to take the top view, and top view A and B1 is the true length. Okay, and true length, once you got the true length, then you have to project. Okay, so project up to the next A dash locus, up to the A dash locus, project up to A dash locus, then you will get a one intersection point, and that A dash and intersection point, take it as a arc in the compass. Take your compass and it is as a radius, and draw the arc, and you have to draw the arc, see, and arc up to the B dash locus, and it will intersect and you will get a one point, that name it as a B dash, and join A dash and B dash, that will become a front view, apparent length. Similarly, either you can go with same procedure for top front view, or else I told A dash B dash A dash B dash are always in line and they are n projectors. So directly you draw one vertical line from B dash up to the B1, you will get a one point, and if you join that, name it as a B and join, it will become a top view. AB is the top view, it is having a different length, and A dash B dash is a different length. And measure those apparent lengths, front view and top view, and also measure alpha in the front view and beta in the top view. Clear? And all you have to do is you have to show the arrow mark. You have to show the arrow mark, that is important. See in the problem, see, this is what arrow mark you have to show, project and arc. Here either directly you can join, or else if you want you can do the same thing. You take this A dash B1 dash and project up to A, okay, and A and this intersection, you can take it as a arc, okay, arc, and you can join, you will get the same point. So here you have to show this arrow mark. So either you have to do this method, or else directly you can draw this and this pink color line. These two are the end projectors. I told these are the end projectors. Okay. Yes, another problem. A line AB 75 mm long and makes a 45 degree inclined with a VP, and while its front view makes 55 degree, and they given front view angle, okay, that is alpha 55 degree, and NDA 10 mm above and 15 mm in front of VP. If it is in, of course, it is the first quadrant only, and its projection, and find its true inclination. So you have to follow the same procedure, draw XY line and make a note of that VP and HP. That is what it represents the first quadrant, and draw one end projector. That is A is a fixed end and B is a rotating end. So always draw A end near to the XY line, A and A dash, and locate A dash is 10 mm above XY line, and top view is 15 mm below. Okay, and draw 45 degree incline to XY from the point A in the top view, and cut true length 75 mm on its head, and in the same, the point B1 you have to mark it as a B1 and draw locus of B1. Next, take 55 degree angle and A dash and front view and draw XY line, and draw the vertical line, same B1, that is what vertical line, that is what the projection up to the that fixed point. Then take that it as an and draw it a arc. So continue with a locus A dash and rotate upward, and it is become a B dash. Then it represents A dash and B dash is the front view. And similarly do it for the top view. See, I told XY, VP, HP, A dash, then angle 40, 55, then cut true length, then project, then arc. apparent length. Okay, we will get a front view. Then that front view, then either you can go with a end projector or else you go with the same procedure, no problem. See, true length, you take the true length from the top view true length and make that true length in the front view by directly cut that. Clear?